Hey guys, it is Jaybird Gaming here, aka Coach Roller B Wisenard checking in. Yes sir, and in today's video we're just gonna be doing a end of the year review. Basically, I came in week 5 into the RFL, into this amazing league, this amazing simulation league, and I have loved every single bit of it, man. And unfortunately we didn't end the season the way we wanted to, but that just means we gotta not really rebuild, but we gotta focus on adding some more pieces this off season and just improving and getting better. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look into our roster. Alright, so on offense, we had a pretty solid offense this season. We just could not score whenever we absolutely needed to. But we're going to start off with the linemen. Maynard, we actually got from the Thunderbirds around week 8 or something like that. We had ended up trading for him. I don't think it was nothing too major, but I think he definitely helped our line out tremendously. And then we got Medlock, Jarrett, just the typical line. I kind of want to improve on these two positions, honestly. But it's okay though. It's okay. I really want to focus on that right guard position, but like these right tackle and right guard positions, that's definitely what we're looking to improve on. We had a solid tight end duo. They both did very great this season. Joey Lott and Case and Jacoby, they both had a fantastic season. And then let's get into this receiving core, this amazing receiving core. Juan Rivera, very athletic. He was super elusive this season. He was all over the field, and he just really showed out. Hunter Jones, he was a rookie. He's a rookie this season, I think, or this is his second year or first year, I'm not sure, but he didn't get as many receptions as I wanted to. He didn't really get that much playing time, but hopefully we'll see him more next season. And then Alex Snowden, he didn't really get too much play time, and yeah. And Bryce Madden at halfback, he got injured later on in the season, which sucked tremendously. I really wanted to see him succeed. Unfortunately, just didn't get it done. And then we got Austin Heller, the only remaining running back that we got so far, because Lee Wright did get injured. And speaking of Lee Wright, I think he's not planning on re-signing with us, so unfortunately we're gonna have to let him go. And he just didn't do what I was planning for him to do. I mean, I felt like he didn't really let us down, but he just definitely didn't live up to the expectations, if that makes any sense. I was just really hoping that I was just hoping for more out of him, honestly. And unfortunately, I just didn't get that out of Mr. Lee Wright. And so yeah, he's not gonna re-sign with us this season. So he will be a free agent. But let's get into this superstar Pro Bowler, Donald Brewer, the only Pro Bowler on this team this season. And yeah, man, he played lights out all season long. You could definitely tell that he was the best wide receiver on this team, and he definitely showed why he was great. And then Hunter Rosen, he had a pretty solid season. I think this was his second or third season, if I'm not mistaken. And then Pedrino, the veteran wide receiver, he was here every now and then. Basically had the same amount of snaps as Hunter Jones. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the Peyton Vanderbilt situation. And unfortunately, there was a thing where the CPU kind of re-signed him automatically. So with that being said, I spoke with the commissioner. They said they'd allow me to, whenever free agency hits, they'd allow me to release him to free agency with no cap penalties. And yeah, he all around, I mean, Peyton Vanderbilt is not bad. I like the guy a lot. I really was expecting him to do more. I mean, like I said, he was fantastic, man. You see, he's an X factor, 83 overall, but he is starting to age a little bit. He hasn't made a playoff since he's been in the league. He's about to be 29, you know what I mean, 30 in 2 years, you know what I mean. And I feel like, don't quote me on this, but I feel like this was his prime season, and yeah, he just couldn't get it done, man. And this season, I mean, he had a pretty good season, I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, he's almost 30, and I feel like this is the best we're gonna get out of Peyton Vanderbilt. And he's a leader, but he's not a winner. I'm gonna just say it. I don't think he's ever made the playoffs in his career. And unfortunately, I just don't think that's what we need to do here. So with that being said, yeah, we are releasing Peyton Vanderbilt once the free agency begins. We don't plan on picking up his contract or re-signing him. It's just the fact that I mean, like I said, I feel like he's gonna get in his prime. Like that was his prime season. I don't think he's gonna get any better than that. And he's almost 30, and so yeah, man. Like I said, he didn't do bad. He just couldn't score. You know what I mean? This was by far his best season, and I think that's gonna be his best season. I don't think he's gonna get any better than that. I mean, I think he'll be a great backup for a playoff contending team or something like that. But unfortunately, I just think I don't know. I just don't see him being here in Chicago, and we're definitely gonna part ways. I just don't see him being a fit for what I want to do with this team. Alright, so now let's get on the defensive side of things. I think our defense personally was really good. I think that's the upside of our roster, if I'm being honest. There's a little pieces that I want to improve on. DeMarco Cole being one of the pieces that I want to work on. And then Thomas Thornton, he had a great season as well. Reese Goodall, he was amazing this season. He really showed out. And Antoine Muldrow, he was an absolute monster. He was doing it all, man. He was literally doing it all. And Long Billups, he was great as well. I mean, he's like I said, there are some little pieces that I want to improve on. That's one of the spots that I want to improve on the most. And don't even let me on this guy, man. Nate Franks is a freaking beast. He was one of the captains on defense, and he definitely showed that he deserved to be the captain of this defense, man. He just got that drive. And then Brandon Sneed, he was somebody that I really didn't like too much coming into the season or coming onto this team, but man, he really proved me wrong, and he's been showing out ever since. And this defensive line, I like Smith and Grimes. They just I don't know, man. Those are just two spots I really want to improve on, especially that defensive tackle line. But hey, Sam Robbins, he had an amazing season as well. He really played his position really well. I mean, he was great defensively, man. He was just amazing all around. And but yeah, that defensive tackle position, I do want to kind of improve on that. And then Gabriel Norman, another one of the captains on this amazing defense that we have, man. There's just a few pieces away from being Super Bowl contenders, man. And he stepped up pretty big with some big interceptions in the season. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for the defensive side of things. But yeah, man, they were amazing. This defense, they really proved me wrong. And now let's get to special teams. We got we tried something. Austin Heller was the kick returner and punt returner. He didn't do too bad, but I do think we're gonna have to improve on our kicking position, because there was a few games where if we could have made a field goal, we maybe would have won. Like, there were so many close games this season, man, that we just couldn't do, man. That we just couldn't win. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get to the power backs third. You know, like I already went over these guys. Bryce Manning was straight. I mean, if he wouldn't have got injured, maybe we could have seen a little more. But unfortunately, we just didn't see enough. All right, and so my offensive player of the year for this team would have to be Donald Brewer. He's the offensive player of the year for for the Chicago Tigers would have to be Donald Brewer. He was the only Pro Bowler on this team. He showed out. He was amazing. He showed why it wasn't a mistake signing him, and he was just amazing all around, dude. He led the team in receptions, touchdowns. I don't know, it was something like that. But yeah, he did great all this season, man. And I'm glad to call him a Tiger. And now defensive player of the year, we got Antoine Muldrow. And like I said, he was a monster, man. He had 78 solo tackles, 17 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, 11 deflections, 3 forced fumbles, and even had a touchdown on the season for a defensive player. I mean, it wasn't nothing super fantastic, but hey, he by far I guess you could say he did the best on this team. You know what I'm saying? On this team, that's why he's our team's defensive player of the year. He's not the league's defensive player of the year. He's not the Pro Bowler, but yeah, man, he definitely showed out on defense a lot this season, and we're proud of him. So now let's an honorable mention. I just want to say, like, give this to Joey Lott. He did great too. He had I think he was really close with Donald Brewer. It was going to be either Donald Brewer for offensive player of the year or Joey Lott, and I think Donald Brewer only surpassed him because Donald Brewer was the only Pro Bowler, but Joey Lott had just about the same stats as Donald Brewer. So I mean, it was super close. That's why I gave this honorable mention award to Joey Lott, and hopefully he'll continue to do great things with us throughout next season. And yeah. And so now let's look at the schedule. Just throwing this out here, ladies and gentlemen, I got here in week 5 on a bye week, so I had plenty of time to prepare for my first game against the freaking divisional opponents. They played in the Relocation Bowl, but yeah, man, that I started in week 5. You see, I came in after we got blown out by the Thunderbirds, the best team in our division. But yeah, man, I mean, we were winning against, you know, the Monarchs. We got a big win over them, but the divisional opponents, we just taking big losses. But yeah, this is when I arrived. This is when Coach Rolly B. Wisnard was signed to the Chicago Tigers as the head coach. And yeah, I had that, like I said, I had that bye week to learn the playbook, you know, get everybody situated, and then we came out and got beat by the Explorers. It was pretty much close. The Explorers actually made the Relocation Bowl this season, so I mean, hey, they were a tough team. Hopefully we can bounce back next season and beat them, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna see them a lot next season, and hopefully we can pick up at least a couple wins. And this was a nail biter. We were so close from winning this one. We were a touchdown away against the Desperados, and then after that, we went to Portland, or the Portland came to us in Chicago. And like I said, we just lost in a nail biter, man. And a lot of the reasons why we lost is just because like simple mistakes, like missed field goals and just unnecessary turnovers, and it was just a lot. And then we lost to the Salt Lake City Elks, and we got absolutely blown out. Unfortunately, I mean, that really hurt the momentum or not. But then we came back motivated than ever and beat the Sacramento Condors in their home, 38-24. One of our bigger wins on the season. Very exciting win. My first win as a head coach. I don't think I've yet to win in the home stadium yet, so that's kind of depressing. So, but it is what it is, man. And then we ended up losing to the Brooklyn Barons. I think that's another divisional opponent. That was a kind of a heartbreaker too, man. Then we got 2 bye weeks, you might as well say, against the CPU. And then we came back and lost to the Barons again, but this time it was a nail biter. Unfortunately we came up short. Same with this Crusaders game. This game, I feel like we personally should have won. A lot of these games, I think we could have kind of did a little better. These 2 games right here, I feel like they were kind of robbed from us. But it is what it is. And then we ended up finishing the season by getting blown out by the Thunderbirds 13-41, which was well expected. I mean, they were #1 team in the division, and dang near the league. They were on fire all season. Yeah, we just couldn't stop them at all. And so with that year-end review, I'm going to wrap this up by saying thank you guys all so much for the support. Thank you to the RFL, man. Thank Commissioner Smitty. Thank you, Bill, for all the help that you do for me, man. And I just want to say thank you guys, and I hope you guys stick around for next season, because next season is going to be freaking amazing. And I'm excited to get this offseason started off with you guys. I think it's going to definitely be an experience. And just because we fell short of the playoffs this season doesn't mean we won't make it next season. This is J Bird Gaming, and I'm out.